All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for Sketching the Privateer, the show where you get to see me develop my comic book from the ground up. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. I hope you're having a good Saturday. I'm not sure where my co-host is, Justifier Jim. If I know him, though, he probably had a big lunch and passed out. Probably still eating those Thanksgiving leftovers, and that tryptophan probably knocked him right out. You never know. But we're going to move on without him. If he shows up during the show, I'll try and get him in here. Can't promise because I'm going to have my back to everything. But yeah, so we're on the last page of plotting the book. And before we get into that today, I wanted to share with you some stuff. Let me see. Let me pull it up here real quick. For those of you that don't know, I have been working on a sign for a friend of mine that owns a comic book shop. His name is Chris. Great guy. And actually, the friend of mine that works there is his name is Mark. And he suggested that I come do this for those guys. Let me see. Let me pull this up real quick. Share. Don't need any sound for this stuff. And basically, this was the logo they wanted on. Chris, the owner of Excalibur, wanted on his window outside the shop. So I got a hold of some sign painters one shot. And we started by basically priming the whole thing. I think I got a picture of that here. Yeah. This is what it looked like once it got primed and I got the white on. When you're painting on glass, to get it to stick, you have to put something down because basically it won't stick unless you've got something on there. So I primed it. And then it was just a question of turning on a switch on a projector and sketching the whole thing out. So I did that next. And after that, it was just a case of painting it on. And basically, we started with the black parts next. You know, we did that on top of the white. And then this is the final. The next one I wanted to show you is what I had to do after I got all the colors on and everything. I had, it looked like this, but as you see around here, I had to take a razor to the rest of it to get everything off of it. Hey, what's up, Joseph Dredd? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I had to take a razor to it and basically scrape all the excess off. And when I was completely done, this is what we ended up with right here. I think that's the finished product right there. Yeah. So you see how I cleaned out the inside of the C and between the L and the I there. Yeah. So that's what they ended up with. The biggest compliment I could have gotten, I've gotten from everybody. They said it looked like a sticker on the wall. So that's what I was shooting for, making it look like a sticker. So actually, that's not the one I wanted to show you. Yeah, there it is. There it is. You see how I cut out the stuff on the inside, but yeah, basically just went back after everything, cleaned everything up, because you always drip paint and stuff. So you clean all that up, and then you get. I got rid of all the primer that I put around it, and yeah, it's all done. Excalibur here in Shreveport, the comic book, the guys I call my my crack dealers, my boy Mark and Chris. This is their new sign they have on the outside of the store. So if you're ever in the Shreveport area, I highly recommend going by and seeing them. They've got some great stuff there. Thanks, Joseph. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Lunatic. And there's the fair Royal Fox telling me it looks great. You're biased, though. I can't trust your opinion. But anyway, so that's what I've been working on, guys. That's what I've been doing. So let's get back to the work at hand, shall we? Let's get back to the privateer. Bear with me for just a second. I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera over and everything. So give me just a couple of seconds and we'll get started for today. Let's see. Yeah, Jimmy must have passed out on me, guys. He must have passed out on me. I can't blame him, though. He's a hard-working dude. Yeah, I know. You got to have a lot of energy to keep up with me, man. I'm go all the time. Let's see. Yeah, let's get this out from behind here. Oh, got to move the light and everything. Hopefully Santa will bring me another rig. I don't know, though. We'll see. I don't know. Need another ring light and another camera, don't I, guys? I have to talk to Santa. Okay. So, where we are at this week. Go ahead and get this over here so I can see the chat. I do know what I like, huh, Rhonda? Okay. All right. Well, whatever. Whatever. You do what you want. Hang on a second, guys. A little tangled up here. Wires suck. They truly do. Don't they, Rhonda? Let's see if I can turn around and not strangle myself here. There we go. Okay. So, boys and girls, we are on the last page of the book. Oh, shoot. Rhonda, would you do me a favor? Go get me my iPad out of my bag. I need the iPad for the script. Of course, I know I've been promising these are going to be on the website soon, but I have to apologize. We haven't been able to get them up yet on the site. Haven't really had the time to get the marketplace going. I've been busy with that sign, so I haven't really been able to work on that, but I will get on it as soon as I can. But today, as I promised you, we would be doing the last page. We didn't quite finish page 19 last week, but I finished it when you guys weren't looking. And I've got it right over here. Hang on. Hey, Ron, get my bag and slink it over here where I can reach it. Will you? Yeah. Please, ma'am. Okay. So, page 19, which is this one right here. This is the one we did last week. Oh, I'm trying to hold this thing up here. Like I said, I finished it up when you guys weren't looking because we only got it about down to this panel. But it's the privateer. He's in the cell. They're coming in, bringing him in. They're coming in to question him. He's been at Guantanamo Bay for about a month after they arrested him. They put the cuffs on him. They take him to the interrogation room. And there's a general who's the post commander that's well, at least there's a guy posing as the post commander in there, and they're chaining him to the table, and he starts questioning him. And when he asks him his age, he tells him that he's over 200 plus years old. And the guy's kind of like, what? And then we're going to get into the last page of the book. Oh. Guys, bear with me. I had a lunch date with some friends and didn't really get to prep the way I usually do. So bear with me. Get a fresh sheet out here. For page 20, the last page of the first issue of The Privateer. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Check it out. It's my man Redburst. Colin, how you doing, buddy? Let's see. Checking in from the LA River bike path. Los Angeles? Really? Wow, man. What you doing out there? I thought, wow, I don't even know where you're living these days. This guy has got one of those. He is a very brilliant dude, and he's working for a company. I'm not going to dox him, but he works for a well-known company, and there's no telling where that guy's going to show up next, Mr. Georgia Tech. Let's see. I've got my pencils now. I just got to bring up the script. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the script real quick. You live in LA? Oh my God, man. I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. I hope you dig it. To see 3 years now. Yeah. The rest of the country thinks it's nothing but homeless people, man. What's it really like, bro? How is it these days out there? See, condolences on living in. See what I'm talking about? On living in LA. Oh, shit. All right, let's see. Let's pull the script up. And this is the last page of the first. Okay, of course. He tells, let's see, condolences, just joking, man. He gets it, man. Let's see. Colin's a good friend of mine. He and I used to play a game called DC Universe Online. Same place I met Justifier Jim. You know, let me check and see if he's up yet. No, Jim must have passed out on me, Colin. He ain't up right now. Let's see. So after he gives his social security number and the guy asks him his age and he says he's 254 years old. Well, this is a big splash page. It's a full page picture of the privateer snapping the cuffs and chain. And the guy that's in the room with him, exclaims, "What?" And the privateer says, "I was born in the colony of Maine on July 4th in the year of our Lord 1750. I helped free the 13 American colonies on the open seas. I was a pirate, a patriot. I was a privateer." And there's a wedge at the bottom of the a wedge panel at the bottom of the page, kind of a slanted panel, and it's going to say, it's going to have an officer. The officer we showed in the last page, that's looking in there. He's actually the unit commander, and he gets on the phone and tells them to get me the Pentagon. And in bold type next to it, it's going to say "Privateer Unchained" next. That'll be the next issue. So this is the last page of the book. Jimmy must have had something come up, because he usually wants to be here for stuff like this, But that's okay. We're going to get through it without him. We just need to sharpen up a pencil and get to work. Now, this is a full page spread, so there's a soldier in the room, and we'll probably show him reaching for his gun. Now I do want to mark off the wedge panel. You know what else I forgot, Rhonda? But I can use this. I'll just
Where
use
is it?
It's in the back of the car. Yeah, don't worry about it. I forgot my straight edge. I was using it on the sign, guys. See, I'm telling you, I'm just too damn busy.
Yeah.
Too damn busy. Oh, you got one? Cool.
It's little.
That might reach across. Let me see. That might make it just long enough, Rhonda. Good job. Way to go. Okay.
That's my job.
That's your job. Let's keep me in line. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna slant it. Hey, do me a favor, Rhonda. Check that screen every once in a while. See if Jimmy shows up.
Yeah, he's not there.
Okay. We're gonna put a couple of marks down here because we're just gonna put this in a wedge at the bottom. And let's see. You guys, I have to excuse you. This is why I usually have Jimmy because, I get wrapped up in doing the drawing and I start forgetting to talk. So bear with me. Let's see. Colin says, not too bad. Homeless population has decreased, but still not ideal to settle. Plenty of fun for me to get into, though. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Are you single these days, man? Or did you go pro, man? What's the deal? Are you single or what? Tell me what's up, man. Let's see. Okay, so we got the privateer. We're going to have him. Of course, his fist's going to be back because he's snapping his chains, right? We'll have one big in the foreground here. We'll have this guy with his hand in front of his face, kind of. Like, what? And his face is going to be pretty prominent up top here. This will be his hand. And then his shoulders going to be right here. And he's going to be kind of head down because I like the head down pose, man. You guys are going to find that I use a lot of the same poses, but I can't help it. This is stuff I like. And then we're going to go, let's see. I gave you a follow on the cool, man. Cool. That'll work, man. Bachelor for life, Colin says. Well, then LA's for you then. I'm sure that's a fun town as a bachelor. I imagine it is. I imagine that place is a lot of fun for you, Val. The only time I ever made it to LA was I landed in LAX once and I had to change airlines. Now, if you've ever been in LAX, imagine I'm a 20-year-old flying back to the States from Hawaii, and I'm at LAX, and I've got to change airlines. And I've got a duffel bag and a rucksack. And I'm running through this place to a tram. Yeah. Good day, all. Hey, Christian, what's going on, man? Good to see you. But yeah, thanks for that, Joseph. I appreciate it. Yeah, Colin, imagine me, my 125-pound stick man ass with a duffel bag and a rucksack running through LAX trying to change airlines in about space of about half an hour to catch a plane. Yeah, oof, exactly. You know how big that place is. Yeah. LAX is no joke, man. It's like being, I guess the next biggest one I've ever been in is Atlanta. But LAX is a beast unto its own. It's crazy. But yeah, he's going to bust his chains, right? He's going to snap the cuffs. Of course, the cuffs will still be around his hands, but the chain will be flying through the air, right? And this cuff will be on this forearm. Of course, we got the desk between him and that guy. He's got a wife beater on because he's in prison, you know. They got him in Guantanamo Bay. Can you believe they arrested the privateer? Is this crazy or what? Nuts. But he's ready. You know. You're not going to hurt him. They're U.S. troops, you know. And what's going to be fun is the next part. This is where you get to see he starts telling his story from back in the day. You get to see what he was like when he was a kid, right? And how he ended up becoming a pirate and all that stuff. The next 3 issues are his origin story, basically. Plus, you get to find out more about his nemesis, Communist Reign, who we've met in this issue. If you've been watching the episodes and keeping up with things, you know who Communist Reign is. Let's see. Let's have the troop over here in the corner. We're going to have him kind of shocked looking, right? We'll have him kind of shocked looking. And then we'll have him reaching back for his weapon. So his arm would be jacked up, trying to grab his gun. And this arm's going to be coming across, just holding it down, right? Which you're not going to see because of his arm and everything. So, yeah, that's the scene. We're going to have a short episode today, guys, because this is just one panel I'm drawing, but it's gonna be pretty cool looking when I'm finished with it, because it's him in all his glory busting through some chains, man. Saying, let freedom ring, right? Like we used to do back in the day, Colin. And then we're going to have the actual general, on the outside on the phone. All right. And he's going to say, get me the Pentagon, right? So he's going to be out here. Let's see, that's a shoulder. We'll have his arm down that way. And then we'll have those words, what is it, Privateer Unchained? Yeah, Privateer Unchained. Late nights in the Bat Cave, laugh out loud. No kidding. Yikes. The inner Bat Cave. Unchained. Next. Okay. Of course, it won't look like that. I'll have some better lettering for that. But that's where we're at, guys. That's what we're going to have this time around. And then we're going to take, let's see if Jimmy made it up yet. Nope. Jimmy go sleep through the show today. Jimmy must be tired. I guess we all are with Thanksgiving. Did you make it home for Thanksgiving, Colin? Or you guys let me know in the chat what you did for Thanksgiving. Let me know what you did. Let's see. No, I don't want anything that dark. Let's go with I should have a 6B in here, should I? Yeah, there's one. Okay. So we're going to go with a 6B. I got to sharpen this up real quick. And so, yeah, we're going to here this week, now that I'm done with the sign, I'm going to get to work on the website and get all the gear up. My wife has been working on some great stuff. I might show you here at the end of since we're going to have a short sketching period today. Nah, I'll be there around Christmas, though. Okay, cool. Cool, man. That sounds great. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I think we want to have his shoulder back like this, his forearm more like that, and his arm back this way. Yeah, I think that's what we want right there. Yeah, that's what we want. You guys should be able to see this a little better now. And then same concept over here. That's his fist. Of course, he's going to have the cuff around his thing. And then the cuff will be broken right in here. Chain will be just flying through the air, kind of. Hey, Joe, where are you going with that gun in your hand? I'm going down to clean it because I don't like shooting people. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing, Pope? If you only knew how many times I've heard that in my lifetime, man. That's the one I always hear, man. Where am I going with that gun in my hand? Well, I like my old lady. I'm not gonna shoot her. I don't even refer to her as an old lady. She ain't no old lady. She's just as young as I am. And I know that don't mean shit, but I'm Peter Pan, man. I ain't never growing up. I can tell you that right now. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I know I stopped talking when I start drawing, but I'm really getting into what I'm doing here. I dig it. It's looking pretty good. So let's see. And then his hair comes back this way. Let's see. We may look like adults, but we'll never grow up. Yeah, be grown ups. Laugh out loud. Damn straight. It's my brother Pope, guys. He's a really great guy. He's a Marine. He's crazier than I am. I was in the Army, but man, them Marines, they're a different breed. Not mad respect for them fellas. First in, last out. Kind of like the MP Corps in the Army. First in, last out. All right, so got this. And he's getting up out of the chair and he's busting his chains. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. I like the way it looks. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of this thing. I think it looks pretty good. We're very special. Drawing looks awesome, by the way. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it greatly. Did you get to see the pictures of the sign when I finished it, man? I think I put them in. I put them in Nick Weiser's. I know I put them in Nick Weiser's thing. I'll have to put them in 70s section of Gilded. But yeah, I got that sign done finally, man. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Came out fantastic. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Let's see. This guy is like, what? Okay, and he's got the collar, and of course, this is a combat uniform. So I'm gonna have to. What would Pope? When were you over there? What uniform were you guys wearing? Was it the digital camo, or I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Was it digital camo, sand colored, or I'm gonna have to do some uniform searching. I was wearing Desert Marpat 2009. Okay, yeah, this is before that, so I'm not sure what we were wearing in that era. I'll tell you who would know though. My buddy John Grant. He went over for. No, he was in '91. He was one of the guys that went over there in '91. Desert Storm, not Shield. Desert Storm. He was in Desert Storm, so That was his era. I'll have to do some research and see what their uniform was. Anyway, we got all that going, and then we got this guy down here. Of course, they're all going to have high and tights, you know. Did the military wear the high and tight when you were in, man, or was it always the way you were wearing it now? Let's see. Although we got those combat shirts with the digital camo on the sleeves later on, I think the Marines started using digital in 2004ish. Okay, yeah. So that's about this era. I'm pretty sure this part of the story is 2004. Pretty sure it is. Okay, that's going to have a thumb down like that, isn't it? Let me think. Okay. Yeah, fingers wrapped, thumb down. Yep. Okay. He's on the phone, so I got that. Collar. All right. There we go. Yeah, I rocked the high rig back then when I had hair on the sides. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I always had hair, man. I mean, I kept it within regs, but I always had hair. I didn't, of course, you go through basic. You're an onion head, man. Basically, they cut all your hair off. But when I was able to grow it, I grew it out. Of course, I was in ROTC all the way through high school, so I always had short hair. Okay, that is going to be the last page of the book. That's The Privateer. And what we'll do is we'll work on the cover next week. Issue 1, page 20. That's the final page of the book. The first one, anyway. First of many, hopefully. But what I'm gonna do now, Rhonda, would you do me a favor? Would you go grab my shirt so I can show it off?
Yeah.
Oh, you could send me that too. She's trying to make me a mug. She's making me a mug, guys. She make me a coffee mug. Grab my coffee mug too. Maybe.
Where's your shirt?
My shirt is in the. It should be right there. In the bedroom. Okay. So let me switch the camera around, guys, and I'll show you what's going on with the channel real quick. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All right. Woo. That's one of the smoother transitions I've done. Okay, so we got the final page of the book done. And let's see what we got now.
This mug?
Yeah, that's fine. And that's the shirt? Yes, yes. Okay, so next week you get to see me do the right now we've got the last page of the book done. Next week we're going to do the cover. I'm still struggling with what I want to put on the cover, man. I mean, I'd like it to be, it's the first issue. And we know we basically had the shootout on the Coast Guard ship and basically the fight in Kabul. So I'm leaning towards the Coast Guard fight as the cover, but I mean, so many classic images, man. I may put him just on the deck of his boat, you know, the breeze blowing into the sails, man. I don't know. I'm still struggling with it. I don't know. Uh, let's see. And like everything, I think some guys were still wearing the old camo up until 2007 or so. You know how that goes. Oh yeah, man, dude. Guess what? You're gonna crack up. I wish I had a picture of this, but I wore one of my old my father's old uniforms. He had one of the old OD green ones from the '60s. Uh, I did wear some old uniforms, man. When I was at Hood, I took that one from here. I already had the name tags on it, right? It was already embroidered on there, same same last name and everything, and I was basically the same build. So I wore his OD green one. I didn't even have to buy the stuff, I had it all. And the one I really liked, though, man, you'll appreciate this. I served on Johnston Island, which it's an island in the middle of the Pacific, about 750 miles southwest of Hawaii, and they were the last unit to be issued Vietnam era jungle fatigues, including the boots with the canvas sides. The Vietnam issue with the slanted pockets, right? Johnston Atoll, that's it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was there for a year. And anyway, I have a lot of friends from there too that actually follow me and stuff. Let's see. That's down by, I don't know, man. There's nothing near it. It's 750 miles southwest of Hawaii. The only thing I knew of that was near it was Sand Island. You look it up on a map, you can see what's near it. There ain't shit near it, bro. Nothing. It's not even being taken care of anymore. I think it's overgrown with vegetation and stuff. The that is where they stored chemical weapons at. Uh, Blister agents, nerve agents. Let's see what else they had there. Mustard gas, stuff like that. Stuff we developed during the first couple of world wars that we never used, but the enemy was developing it. So hey, you know how that goes. Everybody's got to make it, right? So anyway, I guarded that stuff for a year, and they were building what they called the JCAT system right before I left there, and basically it was a big furnace that they were going to burn everything up in. Anyway, they mopped things up in '99 out there, and they've flattened all the buildings and stuff, and now it's just an overgrown mass. There's no, I don't even think they could land a plan on it if they had to now. But and you can see pictures of it. I think there's a documentary about it too on YouTube somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I was in the unit that was the last one in the U.S. Army anyway that was issued Vietnam era jungle fatigues, including the boonie hats and the like I said, the green canvas jungle boots. And let's see. Let's see. Back when we still carried that stuff, thank God we stopped making chemical weapons. That shit's nasty. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I tell you what was tough, man, was mop gear. I hate that stuff, dude. My God. I mean, it raises, if you put, those of you in the military know what I'm talking about. If you had to wear full on mop gear, it basically raises the temperature outside by 20 degrees inside the suit. It's got a charcoal lining to keep stuff off of you, and you're wearing a mask and stuff, and it's not pretty, and you can't see nothing in it. It's ridiculous. Mop gear is one of the worst things in the entire world. But anyway, let's get back to this. Now that I'm done with that sign, we're going to go ahead and get some merchandise up on the site. Probably, I'm going to try and get it up there by December 1st. But some of the stuff that Royal Fox has been making. She's making these coffee mugs. Says the privateer on this side, and it's got the privateer with a sword and everything on that side. And then she just made this for me just recently. Now this is actually going to be the script for the privateer cover and stuff. That's it right there, the privateer, right? And then that's the front of it. It's like this shirt is, right? And then the back of it is this. Let me see if I can get it up there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna have this shirt on the site, and yeah, we've been having fun making some merch up and stuff. So we're gonna call it an early day. I've got to work tonight and everything. And Jimmy, God love him, he must have passed out. I hope he wasn't in a wreck or nothing. I'd say a prayer for Jimmy. Don't know what's going on with him. Hopefully he'd be all right. But let's let you guys know what's going on the channel as usual. Of course, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central and 11 a.m. Eastern, you can tune in for the NFL pregame party. And if you missed it last week, go watch last week's episode. The first hour was a college scouting report. The championship games will be set after today. And my man, Small Time Republic, is going to join Knock, my regular guest host, to break down the NCAA conference championships in our scouting report. Maybe another hour's worth of talk about college football. Who knows with those two, man? They're really into it. That's 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. And once we're done with the scouting report, then we'll break down everything in week 12 of the NFL season. And then don't forget, tomorrow night, I will be back on Twitch. I know I didn't do it this weekend. I was just tired, guys. But I'm going to get back to it this week. Papa Joe Gamer up way too late on Twitch, starting when the games go off at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. And I play for 3 hours. And I'm definitely going to start a playthrough of The Force Unleashed. Probably my favorite Star Wars video game. I'm going to do a walkthrough of that and probably do them back to back, do Force Unleashed 1 and 2. So look forward to that on Twitch tomorrow night, starting at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. And then this Wednesday, we're going to do State of the Atmosphere as usual, but it's going to be a special episode. Knock and Small Time Republic will be back for that one, and whoever else of my friends want to join me that's into Andor. It's probably the best thing that Disney streaming has done on Disney Plus. I like it. I like this one more than I do The Mandalorian. It's more serious in tone. It's actually the rebellion versus the Empire kind of thing, and I really think it's great, man. I mean, I like The Mandalorian and its Western feel, but when it comes down to it, Star Wars is the Empire versus the Rebels, man. And that's where you see the beginnings of the rebellion starting, is in this show. And Knock, of course, if you've watched any of my streams, if Knock's on it, we're going to end up talking about Star Wars. So he's going to be on for it. Small Time Republic is coming by, and whoever else wants to show up. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's see. Pope says Mop 4 is the devil. Yes, it is. Trying to maneuver or shoot in it is impossible. Yeah, I mean, shooting, they train you to like turn your weapon like at a what angle is that? It's not. Is it 45? Yeah, it's about 45 degree angle to your face, but it's so hard to shoot that way. It's ridiculous. And then let's see. Joseph Dredd says my favorite Star Wars game is either X-Wing versus TIE Fighter or Dark Forces. I don't think I ever played Dark Forces. But anyway, we're going to do a review of Andor this Wednesday on State of the Atmosphere. That's at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. And then, of course, my brother is back this Thursday. We've been on hiatus because of Thanksgiving and some stuff that went on the week before, but He is back. He has upgraded his tech. He is ready to help me hack the Matrix. And that's Thursday at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and hopefully Jimmy will be here for the cover plotting next week. And the week after that, we start on issue 2. We start plotting issue 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plot it on this show, and then I'm going to do all the inks and colors and everything away from here and give you updates on it. So you guys, thanks for stopping by. And I want to thank Pope Metallicus, Joseph Dredd, Colin Dublin, and Christian Alone, all for stopping by. And Lunatic, too. I see you, Lunatic. And, of course, the Royal Fox, my wife, for stopping by and watching the show. You guys, don't forget, we do this every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central, 2:30 Eastern. And until I see you guys again, I want you to keep on keeping on. God bless.